And they'll go green in the Nutrient Ag Solutions starting zone.
And valuable points for tomorrow night's heat races combined from last night and tonight. Drake will take the lead into one. Drake Troutman currently second to O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, but Mason Ziegler going to get the advantage down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The two Keystone State drivers side by side as they come off of turn 4.
Ziegler on the outside, Troutman on the inside at the end of lap number 1. Give it to Mason Ziegler by 2/100ths of a second over Troutman. Ziegler on the high side. Troutman still on the bottom. They're still 2 by 2 by 2 almost all the way through the field.
This is what you paid good money for right here as they come off of turn 4. They're still side by side. Troutman and Ziegler down, and Troutman is going to lead that lap. 2 laps, 2 different leaders into turn 1, Dustin.
Both laps led by 2/100ths of a second as well, and Ziggy gets a little too high down in turns 1 and 2. He nearly upset the race car, and he's going to allow Ross Robinson to drive by the lead duo now. Troutman and Robinson, a pair of 7s that have never won with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
And the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out in turn number 2.
Forrest Trent has slid off the top of the racetrack.
Third in that second feature last night. They're back underway. Good restart for Ziegler in the 1, and here comes McCready in the 1. The Valvoline Rocket 1. They try to go 3 wide into turn 2. Ziegler for the lead. Mason Ziegler trying to go from 3rd to 1st after leading early on. And they go side by side into turn 4. Who's going to lead this lap, Dustin Jarrett? Lap number 5.
Give it to Mason Ziegler back out front from the 3rd spot. As you mentioned, he's going to dive back down on the bottom. Interesting because, again, that top side, man, if you hit it right, that's the place to be. But if you miss, you could go for Mr. Toad's wild ride. As you look back here in the battle for the 4th spot, we're going to double it up for you at home. The battle for the lead up front. The battle just behind him on the right.
We may need a triple box before this night's over. Into turn 1. Troutman for the lead out at 2. Ziegler up top. Here comes McCready on the outside of Robinson. Down the back straightaway, Dalton Wilson runs in 5th. And it's Alberson, Satterley, Stone, Wyatt, Jared Miley runs in 10th. How about Tyler Wyatt looking for his second top 10 in a row?
He has worked his way up into the number 9 position right now. Is man Ziegler and Troutman going at it tooth and nail for the lead. Is Troutman's got to run back down to the inside now. They've been side by side more than they haven't. You got one hell of a race here tonight at Lernerville at the stripe. Troutman's back out front.
This place better be sold out here tomorrow night. That's all I got to say, because this is outstanding. Down the back straightaway, 2 for the lead down the back straightaway. Troutman and Ziegler. 3rd is McCready. 4th is Ross Robinson. 5th is Dalton Wilson. Any of them could win this race down the main straightaway with 9 scored.
Troutman is not even led by more than 1/10 of a second, and T-Mac's going to toss his head. James, can a prelim feature be race of the year?
For turn number 4, we're going to have a battle here if this thing stays green. We've got 9 laps to go, and at turn 1, Troutman, Tim McCready has got to clear the 2 cars below him. He will do so easily down the back straightaway. Troutman behind him. We got a Dave Warren Power Sports caution for Dalton Wilson.
There's Robinson and Ziegler, and Dalton Wilson in front of him. He got into Bump Hetman got into him. He brings them to the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone.
Now you got one of the best in the business, an all-time great Tim McCready into 1. Looking for his first win in Rocket 1 out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, we've had 2 different leaders. Troutman still leads. McCready, here comes Ross Robinson, and here comes Ziegler. 8 laps to go. Off at turn 4, Troutman doing a heck of a job. Still leads in Lernerville.
Ross Robinson's right there on the inside of Tim McCready. James going for the 2nd spot. Don't count the C for Delaware driver out of it. He wants to get his first career win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series as well. He had that good run at the Show Me 100 last month. Ross Robinson now making hay on the inside of the track. James with 7 to go.
Turn 1. You know Amanda's nervous. They come out at 2 down the back straightaway. Robinson, he'll get back in the second around McCready. About a 5-6 car length lead for Drake Troutman. He's got to keep it right there by that cushion down the straightaway. 6 to go. They're side by side for second. And at turn number 1, Robinson and McCready. Oh, baby.
And Robinson had him that last time by at the stripe, James. Move Ross Robinson at least at the scoring loop in front of Tim McCready to take over the 2nd spot. It's a 1-second advantage for Drake Troutman. 5 flanges in the air. 5 to go for the Heinemann, Pennsylvania 19-year-old.
Drake Troutman down the back straightaway. McCready and Robinson are side by side. He'll work the outside of Tony White. And Drake Troutman is going to win his first career start as with the 15K run in front of him. Oh, man, but he wins it.
Ricky Thornton Jr. and Kenny Shelton Brandon rope 3, 25 laps, $5,000 for the win.
Turn number 1. three-time track champion, current points leader, leads them off of turn number 2. And we make it cleanly off of turn number 2. Can we get a good lap in? Moran second, Davenport third, and Sarver's own Michael Norris will lead lap 1 here tonight.
Moran second, Jonathan Davenport third. That's how they run it in the lap number 1.
Here we almost got sideways in turn 2. Lucan gets it straightened back out. We stay green. And Norris, meanwhile, slipped up in turn number 2, and Devin Moran's taking the lead, Dustin.
Devin Moran going to move the Double Down Motorsports 99 to the point, at least for the time being. Norris going to get shuffled back to the second spot this time by. It becomes official at the stripe. Your leader on lap number 6, Devin Moran, then Norris, then Davenport. And oh no, Norris goes off of turn number 1, and the caution flag is out.
Wow.
Hey guys, I gotta believe something was going awry in the steering of that race car, because it did not turn at all when he got to the end of the front straightaway.
6 down, 19 to go in your final feature of the night, and Devin Moran brings it back to the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone.
Moran will lead him into 1, the Roger Sellers Double Down Motorsports car. Here comes Thornton, Ricky Thornton Jr. looking for his 11th win of the year in the Lucas Oil 8 Moto Dirt Series down the back straightaway. Here comes the Red Horn. The Red Horn. Move over, Blue Horn. Here comes Marlar to the outside. He'll take third. 15 down, 10 to go, and Thornton is there out of 2, Dustin.
Yeah, Devin Moran was unable to work by John Lee that last time down in turns 3 and 4. He's going to have to try to gather his momentum back up, and just as you said, that's allowed both Ricky Thornton Jr. in to close up the gap, and John Lee puts it in the wall right in front of the leaders coming off turn number 4.
Moran, Thornton, Marlar at the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone, back underway at Lernerville.
Side by side off into turns 1 and 2, 3 wide momentarily as Ricky Thornton Jr. gets shuffled out of line and up the racetrack. That allows Jonathan Davenport to slip by. And
man.
now the 157's to second. Here comes RTJ back down to the inside of the 49. He'll take the third spot back. Moran leads. It's now the Red Horn in second.
As you would say, they're put on a show in the 1. Devin Moran, 9 to go for 99. Marlar about 4 car lengths back. Thornton gets back to third. Here comes O'Neill on the bottom of Davenport. Hudson O'Neill coming on strong here, up to 4th in 71, the defending series champion Schulten Brand doing a great job. Kenny running in 6th.
White flags out, final time around for Dresden, Ohio's Devin Moran, holding steady at about a 1.92 second advantage over the 157 of Mike Marlar. He's not going to catch the tail end of the field. He's not going to need to as they go through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. The winner of your second feature tonight at Lernerville is going to be Devin Moran. Second spot goes to Mike Marlar. Ricky Thornton Jr. third.